Alright, can you even believe that in a movie about a bunch of zoo animals, the lion, zebra, giraffe, and hippo somehow managed to end up stranded on a deserted island in the middle of the ocean? Yeah, this is the plot of Madagascar, and let's just say, if you thought a zoo was all cute, fluffy animals in pens, wait till you see them try to survive out there in the wild. So here we have Alex the lion, the main character, who is living the high life in New York's Central Park Zoo. This guy's got it all, big crowds, fancy food, and no worries. But here's where it gets hilariously wild. One day, he's accidentally shipped off to Africa. What? With his buddies Marty the zebra, who's a bit of a daydreamer, Melman the hypochondriac giraffe, and Gloria the sassy hippo. So, here they are for city slicker animals, stuck in the middle of the wild jungle, with absolutely no idea how to handle this situation. I mean, Alex the lion's like, I'm king of the zoo. And then he's like, wait, I'm not even sure how to hunt anymore. This isn't exactly what I had in mind. Let's talk about Marty, the zebra, for a sec. This guy is the absolute definition of impulsive. He literally escapes the zoo because he gets all inspired by his dreams of freedom, and suddenly, he's the one causing all the drama. Can we just pause and think about this? Who decides to run away from a zoo where you get fed every day, for a place full of wild animals who could eat you? But Marty's got that wild spirit, so he drags all his friends into this mess, and that's how we end up with this epic disaster on a boat heading to God knows where. How does that even happen? The zoo animals were supposed to be the worst at surviving in the wild, and yet here they are, on the run from civilization. And oh man, when they finally get to the island, things just get even crazier. They meet the lemurs, these tiny, hyperactive creatures who basically act like they own the place. Enter King Julien, the flamboyant lemur who spends the entire movie thinking he's the ruler of everything, despite being completely useless. Like, this guy spends the whole movie dancing, singing, and throwing a fit about being the king, but when it comes time to actually help out, he's absolutely useless. And guess what? Somehow, his uselessness makes him one of the most entertaining characters on the island. Then, there's the penguins. Oh my god, the penguins. These guys are the most military-style, highly organized team of villainous geniuses you've ever seen. They escape from their zoo cage, build a plane out of random scraps, and somehow manage to create absolute chaos wherever they go. It's as if the penguins are out here thinking they're James Bond or something. It's like they came to the island with a whole secret plan, but instead of rescuing the main animals, they just end up making things worse for everyone. But they're so good at it that you can't help but laugh at how ridiculous they are. They're like the Avengers of the animal kingdom, except their plan is to break everything in their path. But here's where it gets extra wacky. Alex the lion, who's all about being the king of the zoo, suddenly has to confront the fact that he's not the big dog anymore. He doesn't know how to hunt in the wild. And when he tries to be the king, the wild animals just laugh at him. Can you believe that? You'd think being the king of the zoo would mean you're automatically the boss in the wild, but no, the animals on the island are like, you're just another lion to us, buddy. So now, Alex has to find himself, try to figure out how to survive in this crazy world, and of course, all while looking ridiculous doing it. How do you go from being the top of the food chain in New York to trying not to be eaten by penguins in a jungle? Doesn't make sense, right? But that's the genius of this movie. Then, the real kicker, at the end of the movie, you've got the classic friendship moments when they all come together. But hold on, just before the big, happy ending, what happens? Alex has to face the wild animal within himself. Will he go savage? Or will he stick with his crew and embrace friendship? Will Marty ever stop running from the zoo? And who's really the king in this whole situation? Who knows? It's a wild, funny, laugh-out-loud adventure. This movie really knows how to take a bunch of zoo animals, throw them into a wild environment, and somehow make us believe that it's all about learning life lessons while dancing to an epic soundtrack. And of course, this all happens in the backdrop of completely absurd situations. Seriously, who thought penguins could be this dangerous? And how did this film make it through without everyone asking why none of these animals just ate each other? I mean, you've got a lion, a hippo, and a zebra all on the same island and none of them are eating each other. What's the deal with that? But that's the magic of Madagascar. It's funny, it's weird, and it's a roller coaster of chaos that somehow makes you want to watch it again and again. So, go ahead, turn it on, and try not to laugh at how these animals go from being pampered in a zoo to being stranded on an island with no clue what's going on. Because honestly, it's comedic genius wrapped in a wild ride you never saw coming.